ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dudes of all teenagers, I'm 23 years old today. 23. Wild. For some people. Wild for some people. I'm more or less, unfazed by it. But, yeah, I'm 23. I am 23. It's a big deal for some. Although this is, one of those sort of weird medium, middle years where there's not really anything important that you can do. You just sort of are a year older now. 21, 18 you become a legal adult, 21 here in the US you can drink, 25 you are old enough to rent vehicles nationwide. Some states and some agencies have specific subjective rulings on that one that include things like if you're a student and you're doing X, Y, or Z for student thing, then you can do this, or if you've got points with this airline, then you can rent there. But that's 25. I'm 2 years from doing that. Not that that's extremely useful to me right now anyway, because I prefer to drive. But just one of those weird middle years. Don't have a ton really to think about with it. Not really. So you might be wondering, what the hell are we doing today? What's our plan? What's our plan for today? Well, I would like to do a little bit of I'd like to do a little bit more work on the Noctis City campaign book, Nightlife in Noctis. I'd like to do a little bit more work on that. But other than that, it's kind of just whatever, It's kind of just whatever. I'm streaming today because I want to stream today. It happens to be my birthday on the day I want to stream, which, is big for a lot of people. There's a lot of streamers out there that are like, okay, this is great. I can do a birthday stream. Oh man, this would be a great thing. I'm brand new to this. More or less, I'm brand new to this. I've been doing this for a month and a half, I think. Something around that. Yeah, something like that. Month and a half, maybe. If I check the... Actually, that's something I should do. Let me go ahead and check the upload date for the first Arkham video on the YouTube channel, on the VOD channel. Let's see, the first Arkham video, which is technically the second. This first one here was, let's see here, it was uploaded on December 23rd, so that would be so that means that the first one, the first stream was December 22nd, which means that just about a month and a half. A month and 20-ish days. Yeah, a month and 20-ish days. Next Thursday will be 2 months of me streaming, mostly consistently, barring any family stuff, barring any family issues, and or the break I took in between Origins and Asylum. Barring that, I have basically been streaming for almost 2 months, which is cool. Really cool. Really cool stuff. As you'll probably notice if you're here in the United States, I'm streaming a lot later than I usually do. It is 9:50 where I am. So this will be interesting. I do plan on going for 3 hours, but that means this VOD is going to take significantly longer to upload because I'm not uploading this VOD before I go to bed. That's just not happening. That's not happening. Maybe I'll render it, depending on how long the render time is. Probably not. I'll probably just finish the stream and then go crash or something. I don't know. Something like that. Something like that. But yeah, I don't have any specific plans for today. Nothing major. Yeah. Want to do a little bit more work on the Nightlife in Noctis project. Because that will be a lot of fun, and when I would love to be able to release that as early as possible. I will obviously have to go back and do several redrafts of things, but as long as I have a version of the completed document finished, all of that other stuff will be so much easier to handle. All of the rest of that will just be more or less nothing in comparison. So, you know, it's worth it for me. It's worth it for me to go ahead and work on that stuff as quickly as I can. Let's see here. And how many videos have I? Oh boy. Okay, so there's 33 videos in the Arkham playlist. I'm going through all my stats here. Let me go ahead and actually pull this up on the page for you. Hold on. Making sure I'm in the right stuff over here, and the web page. Here we go. Awesome. Okay, so we got 33 videos here, and then we've also got excuse me there, had a very massive sneeze. Okay, so since we began, we've got 33, 39, 41, 43. Those are in here, so I don't count those. 44, 46, 46 videos. 46 videos. Which would be 42, yeah, 42 live streams. 42 live streams over the course of 50 days. Yeah, because I took off a week in between Arkham Origins and the Arkham Origins DLC, and then I took one day at another point in between those two, didn't I? 1 or 2 days. Either way, you know, very close, very close. Everything's matching up really close here. But yeah, 42 streams. Wow, that's kind of wild. It's kind of wild for me. Honestly, that's the most content I've made in Lord knows how long. That's the most that's the most content I've made in a year and in a year and 2 months. The most content I've made has been that in the last 42 days. That is truly wild to me. Truly wild to me. Well, no, it wouldn't be a year and 2 months. It'd be a year and 4 months. Yeah, it'd be a year and 4 months. Something like that. Either way, still a lot of content for me to have made in such a short amount of time. But that's not what we're here for. What we're here for is the proper we're here for the proper Noctis stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that up. It just I go back to full cam just in case I've got any, you know, private information that shows up. I would rather not have that go live. And okay, we're good. We're good. The document's loading in. It's all loading in. Okay, let's see here. No, it's not an important notification. I don't know why I'm checking it. And today was the first day I got to sleep in for a very long time. For a very long time. Yeah, it was wild. It was truly wild. Okay. Let's go ahead and Let's see. Let's see here. Okay, credits, content. Yeah, I can just go right down here, can I? Wonderful. Okay, so we went through the A's, B's. I think we did all of the... We did at least 2 of the C's. That's right. That's right. We did at least 2 of the C's. I think that's all of the C's I currently have, right? Something like that. Okay, but we're down here. I'll make sure to go ahead and copy this. Wonderful. So now we need to go ahead and find any more C. Specifically, any more C names. Any more C names. Okay, not Bessina. That's right, that's right. We were, yeah, we had gone past this. We were right about... oh, wait, no, we were actually up pretty high, weren't we? Yeah. We were up really, really far on this. Now that says captains. That doesn't work. Oh, never mind. Okay. Okay. We may have all of the C names at this point. Just gonna go through again. Luckily, every character name would be bold. Any like specific NPC names, they would be bold, which is very helpful. Very helpful for me, having to very quickly scan through everything I've written over the course of about a year, something like that. I don't know if I'd be able to see when I first started. There's probably a way to find out when I first started writing about this, or writing it all down, that is. Okay, just going through again to make sure. There's Sitter. And Carmentino, we already got him as well. So, yeah, that should be everyone with a C name, shouldn't it? Just making sure here. Okay, yeah, no, that looks like it's all of the C names so far. Awesome. So we're right down here at Flambeau, which means we've only got one other section. We've got the Palisades. And okay. Okay, wonderful. And we wrote about the Palisades stuff on stream, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Okay. So yeah, that's all of the C names. I'm going to take a quick break because I just got a very important message. I'm going to go ahead and answer that. I might have to get on the phone. So I will be back here. I will be back here in just a couple of minutes. Don't worry. The music will stay on. The music will stay on. You don't have to. Yeah, don't go away. We'll be back. All right, I'm back. Apologies for having left so early into the stream there. But you know, important family stuff comes up. It just happens. It was about my dogs, actually. They had They have been having a weird stomach bug that's been going around. Just had to make sure that they were okay. All right, so let me focus in here. We are looking for names that start with the letter D. Oh damn. No, that's not one of the names. What I should do is I should actually go ahead and get my journal that's got all this stuff in it. Okay, and we are back once again with the journal that's got all the names in it, or well, most of them, probably, hopefully. Okay. Oh man, I've had this journal for such a long time. Got stuff going back all the way into early 2020. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I remember a couple of these things we had to work on here. Some of this stuff was some of the stuff in this journal was for my my architecture class. And then not but 6 pages in, we see a massive change in direction here, because about 6 pages in is when everything fell apart. Then I've got, English classes, history classes, Latin, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff shows up here. And then okay, come on, where's the names? I should really... There we go. Okay. Well, we're close at the very least. Okay, any names that start with the letter D in here? No. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I can do this as well. Any names that start with the letter D in my digital software service? No. Okay, looks like we may just not have any names that start with the letter D, which is fine. I mean, that is literally less work for us, which is very helpful. Very helpful that it's a lot less work for us, but it's still something I gotta check. Yeah. Oh, and then oh, this is cool. So there was another thing I was working on. Yeah. Let me go ahead and actually bring back the main camera here. So another thing I was working on is this was around the same time that I was DMing some of the D&D stuff, which was that late 2020, early 21, something like that. Late 2020, I think, is when I was DMing the earliest parts of the Noctis campaign. But at the same time, I was working on getting a Star Wars 5e campaign off the ground. We ended up having one session of it, and it was in late 2021, maybe early 2022 that we ended up doing that. Something like that. But I had this character I was working on that was, because it's me, I was like, you know what? Okay, how in the world could I do a Star Wars Batman that would be like, that would fit in with the lore? It's not just Batman shows up in Star Wars, like the Batman the Batman versus Darth Vader short film, which is really good, and I recently rewatched it. It's really good stuff. Both the original ending and the Superman ending are really good. But I was working on stuff and I thought, okay, how could I do this? What's an analogous creature in Star Wars? And then I was reminded of Minox, which are the sort of bat-winged creatures that attack the Millennium Falcon when it's inside of the giant space worm thing. I was like, okay, I can work with a name for that. And eventually came around to the Black Minoc, which I mean, the Dark Knight, Black Minoc, Minox, bats, the whole deal. You get it. And I'm like, okay, wonderful. But then I also need a mask that kind of looks like a Batman mask. So I'm not doing a Mandalorian mask because that would have been way too derivative. That would have been way too on the nose. Way too on the nose for that kind of stuff. But then I was rewatching Clone Wars and was reminded, hold on, General Grievous had a whole base that had a ton of spare parts for him. A ton of spare parts, spare face plates, all kinds of stuff. And there was a battalion of, not a battalion, there was a squad of clones who were just absolutely murked on site. And we don't know if their bodies were, recovered or anything. So I decided, okay, so we've got the Black Minoc. He's gonna, his backstory is that during one of the separatist incursions on one of the planets, his parents were killed. And it was he and his brother. He does have a brother. He's not an only child. He and his brother, his younger brother, were left to sort of exist for a good few years. What was it, like 5 years or something? How long did I write it down for? It was 5 years. 5 years later, his brother goes ahead and leaves and joins some Spice Runners. And then over the next 2 years after that, so we're talking 7 years after the death of his parents, he finally finds Grievous's decrepit and man, why did I just blank on the term? Decrepit and not disheveled. Disheveled doesn't work. The decrepit former base of General Grievous. This all takes place after episode 3, so yeah, Grievous is dead by this point, of course. And having found that place, he like, his whole goal is he wants revenge on General Grievous, because Grievous was the person who ordered the execution of his parents. His parents weren't anyone particularly special, but it was during a separatist incursion on a planet that this all happened, and hostages were taken, and Grievous ordered the execution of this guy's parents. So, of course, he wants revenge on Grievous. Well, he doesn't find Grievous there. He finds all of Grievous's spare parts. And he knew he wouldn't find Grievous there because it was widely publicized towards the end of the Clone Wars that, hey, Grievous is dead now. Cool. And then very soon after, looks like all the Jedi are bad, even though Grievous is dead. So he knew he wouldn't find Grievous there, but he thought, okay, I could probably find someone who was equally as responsible. Turns out he couldn't, but he did find Grievous's servant robot that had been deactivated. And so over these years since his parents' death, having had to grow up a lot faster than he was expecting to, he picked up some skills here and there, and you can do a lot in 7 years to become a completely different person. And one of the things he does is he is able to restore power to Grievous's butler bot, who thinks that Grievous is still around, and he fills him in. Yeah, no, Grievous is dead. He's been dead for however many years. He's been dead for what? Let's see. Yeah, he would have been dead for about 7-ish years. No, he would have been dead for 4. He would have been dead for 4 years at that point. Yeah, he would have been dead for 4 years at that point. All kinds of stuff. And he explains the situation. And the robot's like, okay, well, you repaired me. I guess I'm hanging with you now. And so the Black Minoc's mission in life is, well, now I'm going to go and hunt down. I'm going to go ahead and hunt down ex-separatist leaders, because if they hadn't if they hadn't started this war, my parents would still be alive. And so using some of the spare parts from Grievous's shop, specifically one of the face plates, he goes ahead and constructs a helmet and ends up looking like this. And this was the thing I made for him. This is the thing I made for the character. But yeah, it's me. I have to find a way to put Batman in most things. But I found a rather lore acceptable reason to do so. Of course, the armor is reclaimed Phase 1 clone armor from the troopers who were massacred at the base. Different parts from different bodies, because of course not all of the parts would be, in good enough condition. The helmet, the faceplate, and the they're not ears really, but the faceplate is taken from Grievous's repair base, and then the rest is just sort of added on. The cloak is sort of a dirty gray, a little bit of a dirty gray, the cloak, and then I mean, it's not, I don't really know what you would call that, as in the coverings over the pants, but whatever. They're, same sort of dirty gray canvasy material and all that. But yeah, his whole thing is hunting down ex-separatist leaders. I had a whole plan for him. It was going to be, oh man, he figures out, with the assistance of the player characters, because I was going to be DMing. This was just going to be a guy that shows up in the game. I was going to be DMing with the assistance of the players. He realizes, man, the separatists were equally as the separatists were just as much puppets of this as the clones were, or the Republic was at the time. So really, the bad guys are actually the Empire. He would have just been a side character that jumps in and out every so often. Stuff like that. If my players, were interested enough to keep interacting with them, which they, if they weren't, then I would have just had them in the background and been like, oh yeah, I've got little stories for this guy. Stuff like that. But back to the point, more to the point, we need to find names that start with the letter D, and I'm fairly certain I don't actually have any. Yet. I've got one or two other places I can check. Any character art that I've done, I have labeled and given specific names to, which means I would know in the NPCs section, nothing with the letter D. Prime Company, nothing with the letter D, but someone with the letter E. Okay, I'll have to get back to them. Nothing in the Green Cloaks, nothing in the City Guards. Okay, and then in the possible characters section, no, nothing there either. Nothing there either. Okay. Ah, no, there's one. There's one. That's right. There's one. I don't know how I could have forget. Well, okay, but that, You know what? Yeah, there's a way I can write about this. There's totally a way I can write about this. I've got their base stats. I can totally write about them. That's not going to be difficult at all. Okay. So the next character we're going to be adding is going to be a satyr. A satyr by the name of Dauv. D-A-U-V. One of the players in my old Noctis City campaign, my buddy Brandon, he went ahead and he's credited in the document towards the top of it, but he played Dauv when he had the time. He was not always available. He had a particularly busy college schedule, and it was not always easy for him to make the time. So what can you do? But the character Dauv. No last name, because satyrs, this was a 5e campaign originally, satyrs don't necessarily have last names in 5e. Necessarily. Let me go ahead and bring up the rules. This doesn't actually give me anything regarding the naming conventions. Wonderful. Nothing specific regarding the name. I love when they do that, you know? I love when they do that. And then they'll give me the monster version of it. But I've got the specific character stats for Dov. That's not going to be difficult. Hold on. Oh, no. Different thing. Never mind. Okay. Wow, wonderful. You're not giving me naming conventions. Doesn't matter. The name he chose was a one-word name, Dov, no last name. He gave me a little bit of a written backstory as well, but that won't necessarily be what I put in the description section. Yeah. So he was a paladin, which he enjoyed because he enjoyed the idea of using cool of having a cool holy weapon. Specifically a hammer. Big fan of Thor, this guy. So which is odd that he would choose a Greek, you know, a Greek fey creature to go ahead and play as, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, let's see here. Let me pull up the oh, where is it? I know I've got it somewhere. Does this have it? No, that's just the backstory. Okay. That's just the backstory. Where is it? Come on. It's a lot of me just looking through things on my desktop. I apologize. There we go. Wonderful. Okay. Now that I've got it, let me pull it over here. It is SAYTR, correct? SATYR. Okay. Okay. Then, yeah, Brandon spelled it correctly. I didn't. Oh, well. Male satyr folk hero. Yes. His AC. Well, his AC with his armor was 16. And so his default AC would have been... I like that he misspelled chainmail. I remember that joke. He went ahead and renamed that. So his default would be... I mean, it'd be his dex bonus, right? No, I'll give him the full 16. I'm not gonna mess with that. Give him the full 16. His HP, Goes up to 30. His walking speed is the same. No, actually, that's right. It's 35. Yes, it's 35 because he's a satyr. Satyrs are quick. Funny enough, his strength was his dump stat. (15, 13, 14, 12). Okay, and then condition immunities. He doesn't have any specific condition. No, magic resistance. That's right. Senses. Nothing specific. Yeah, nothing specific on that. Well, I mean, he's Fey. He is a Fey creature, right? But that doesn't necessarily amount to anything. It's, I mean, you know, that sounds kind of mean, but that doesn't necessarily show up as like a bonus. So he knew common, Sylvan, Sylvian. And then for the description, let's see. What sucks is that the group never ended up naming themselves, so I can't really give a name for what the adventuring group was. So I'll just have to say blank and their companions for each of the different characters. Which means actually, that means I can put in all the other I can put in all the other player characters that were involved in this, which will be nice. That'll be really nice. And you can put in, which means I've got another C name. Oh boy, I've got another C name. Chudadiah Dryroni. Which is a very fun name to say. Chudadiah Dryroni. My buddy Aaron. Okay. Let's see. What I'm basically trying to say is, following his player backstory, he and his companions would come to Noctis, and after a long series of adventures, would settle down as tavern owners. No, I don't need to bold anything in here. These are character descriptions. There we go. A nice little running joke in the group. Okay. The former adventurer began his journey following the trail of a tyrant who tore through his homeland. Following a series of adventures and misadventures in Noctis City, Nadav and his companions would establish themselves as tavern owners, each sharing a piece of the even chainmail, not to be confused with the uneven chainmail. Okay, using following twice is not something I like to do in sentences next to each other. Yeah, we'll just go with after. It means the same thing. Might as well. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm not giving him, level 20 stats or anything. This is the basic breakdown we had when I had them make their character sheets, which was level 3, I think. There we go. That's how you spell his name. Chudadiah Dryroni. Oh man, I love this. Okay. So he had... Oh, this is right. He was very interested in... He was much more interested in... Okay. That's right. Man, looking back on it, I remember how good of a player Aaron was as Chud. Aaron was awesome as Chud. He ended up being the group's favorite. Out of everybody, he ended up being the group's favorite, which is hilarious. Everyone enjoyed whatever crazy shenanigans he would get the group into. Which I love seeing. I love seeing the group all gather around and be like, yes, we want this. We want to see this guy succeed. It was a lot of fun. He was a very interesting character. So he was originally he was an Outlander Goliath barbarian who would eventually come to possess some level of magical acuity, which was rather interesting. We had several misadventures regarding that, including the tome of the wolf totem, which so the totem that he was as a totem barbarian, not barbarium. That would be what would a barbarium be as a Latin term? What would a barbarium be? Because that would be a Latin term. Never mind. We'll come back to that. As a wolf totem barbarian, he had some level of magical acuity there, just because totem magic is still a form of magic in D&D. And he was gifted. Well, I say gifted. One of their favorite NPCs, James Allister, owner of a pawn shop, had recently come into ownership of a book that had this old leather-bound tome that had a carving of what looked like a wolf in the on the cover of it, in this really intricate leather art of the head of a wolf. And he put two and two together, figured out I probably want to pick up this book. So he did, and inside the first page, something most people can't read was the language giant. And that's the language that he can, as a Goliath, he can speak and read giant. And so he was able to read in there that for a species in the Forgotten Realms that don't tend to have magical acuity, which is the giant folk, outside of the whatever their element is specifically, but for a group that tends not, Goliaths and giants that more often than not do not have specific magical acuity, this tome recorded the arcane history of this people who had recently, at the time that the tome had been written, had recently become adept with magic enough that it was important that they started writing things down, and so this tome has some of those things in it. But this group of was it giants or was it Goliaths? I have it here somewhere. Custom items. The Tome of the Wolf. Here we go. I've got a card for it that I can read off to you. I can't show it on screen because it's a separate image. Here we go. The Tome of the Wolf is a very well-made, well-preserved artifact found during an excavation in the southern region of the Palisades in Noctis City. Written on the first page of the tome in giant is a foreword by its original owner, Argal Wolf Tamer, detailing its cultural and tribal significance, which translates to, of all the various races and people in the realm, we giant kin are few of the most hated. Our societies hold to our roots, keep to our family traditions, and roam the wilds as our forebearers. Because of this, we have been seen as savage, degenerate warmongers who know nothing of civilization. My intent is to change those ideas, and I believe I've begun to do so. Contained in this tome is the only understanding of magic my people have. I wish to one day see this tome completed, but it is more likely the one who hunts me will find it first. If you find this, please continue my work. Help my people climb out of this cave of darkness and join the rest of the world as equals in mind and might. The Tome of the Wolf acts as a ritual spellbook, and then of course it goes into like all the specific stats, including the fact that, let's see here, it includes 100 gold pieces worth of high-quality paper and inks, which is enough for two first-level spell transcriptions or a single second-level spell transcription. To inscribe the spells, it's got the amount of time it takes and all that kind of stuff. But it included, ooh, how many did it include here? It included a couple. It included telekinesis, or not telekinesis. It included, magic missile, and it included, what was it, telekinesis? It may have been something similar to telekinesis. But one of them was magic missile, which was very fun. It was very fun that he had a lot of fun with magic missile and with being able to telekinetically throw things around, which was, yeah, that was the subject of several interesting engagements. But let me see here. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, sorry, useless notifications that keep showing up on my phone. I should probably, uninstall those apps because they mean nothing to me at this point. But, let's get into his stuff. So, he had an armor class of, let's see, at this level, he had an armor class of, looks like 13, yes. There we go. I'm trying to get used to the way everything looks again. He had 30 HP, and his speed was 30, not 25. Because he's a giant. He's got quite a large gait. He had a +3 in strength because he put an extra. is 10, 14, 12, 13, and 8. It's funny that he ended up with the lowest charisma score because he was clearly the most charismatic player at the table. Conditional immunities. Resistance. Let me see. I gotta pull this up again. He was... Yeah, Goliath 5e. Resistance to cold. Okay, yeah, resistant to cold. And then senses. Anything... I should not have gone ahead and closed that. Not have closed that. Okay, come on. Nothing specific. Nah, he's just, you know, used to high altitudes. And that's it. Okay, cool. Cool, okay. So yeah, none. And then common and giant. Yes, yes. Okay. Description. Did he give me a written backstory? I don't remember if he did. I do not remember. I hope he did. Here we go. Yes, of course he did. Okay, Chad has a tendency to keep to himself and avoid social situations due to trauma caused by the violent death of his mother. Isolates himself in rocky areas, usually on mountains or in caves. Once inhabited the desert and grassland. Previously having inhabited the deserts and grasslands, he wanders aimlessly, looking for purpose after a great war resulted in both opposing parties killing each other to the point where there was only one survivor, himself. Suffering from survivor's guilt. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. Oh, geez, why did Razor just pop up on my screen? Kind of unimportant at this point. Okay. Let's see. A veteran of several... with other Goliaths, lowercase. I'm just going to copy this last line because it's the same thing. Wonderful. Okay. Well, this does bother me a bit. There we go. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. Okay, let me go ahead and read this. A veteran of several interclan wars with other Goliaths and giants, Chud spent his days wandering before settling down as a partner in the Even Chainmail Tavern. I think that works for now. I can probably come back and revise that at some point. But for the moment, we're gonna go with that. And we've got one more that we can fit on this page, which I would like to do. I'd very much like to do. But I cannot be certain it will work. Okay, that was the first D name. Or I guess the only D name we've got, right? Yeah, Dov really is the only D name we have. Alright, Goliath Male Barbarian, that works. Okay. That works there, and then yes, we will go down. I've got, I think, 2 E names. I know one of them specifically, Easdar. Easdar the Gore Seeker, which is a great name. I was very surprised that I could come up with a name like that when I first came up with the character. Easdar the Gore Seeker, Eezdar, and then I believe someone from Prime Company as well, which is not originally not supposed to be a joke on. The idea was not to make a joke about Amazon Prime. It was not the idea. Prime Company was supposed to be the rival NPC group that was supposed to sort of reflect the different strengths and weaknesses of the main party. Yeah. One of these days I'll go ahead and show. Actually, no, I can do this. What am I saying? I can go like this and just pull up the image for you. Okay, so this was Easdar. This is him. This is Easdar. Easdar the Gore Seeker. He's a kobold, but he's blue. You're probably thinking, wait, kobolds aren't blue. Well, within the realm of Aspian, if you find a kobold broodmother and you dispatch of her before her brood has finished adolescence, then their scales will discolor and turn into a blue. For much of their childhood, this blue will be very sickly and very diseased looking, but eventually it will become its own full blue. And that's what happened. That's what happened to this kobold. Specifically because of the work of my playtesters. The adventure I handed them to really start out and like figure out, their session 0 adventure was going to the top of a mountain. Well, the peak, not the peak, the highest, going up to the highest landing on this mountain and killing whatever lived there, because it was constantly killing. It was constantly, stealing livestock, harming villagers, all that kind of stuff. And so they went up there. They went to attack it. The townsfolk thought, this is a dragon. It has to be a dragon. Well, it's not a dragon. Dragons are particularly rare, so it would be very odd that it were a dragon. And the meta reason is it's not a dragon. This is a session 0. They're not fighting a dragon in session 0. I'm not having them fight a dragon in session 0. But they went up. They thought it was a dragon. What they found was a kobold broodmother who had only been attacking the region because she had recently given birth and had dozens of mouths to feed, dozens of children of her own that needed to eat. So of course she was going to be stealing all kinds of livestock and scaring off townsfolk and all that. And the party decided, okay, I see, I get it. I see your problem. I see what's going on. But we still got to kill you. We still got to kill you. We've been offered good money and tickets on a ship into Noctis City. We kind of still have to kill you. So they ended up using a barrel of ale that had been inside of this storehouse that the kobold broodmother had turned into her den. They used a massive barrel of ale and turned it into an explosive, and had her eat it. And she had a little bit of a breath weapon. Had her go ahead and eat it, and then explain to her, oh, by the way, we're still going to kill you. When she goes to use the breath weapon, she explodes from the inside because she just consumed a complete barrel of ale. She explodes, and it's gory and it's scarring, and eventually those children, and kobolds mature very quickly, eventually those children begin to develop a pale blue, sickly palate to their scales. And when they grow up, this happens. And so we have Isdar the Gore Seeker, one of the children of this broodmother, and the leader of the Cobalt Kobolds, which is a group of this brood that decided to stay together and turn into a minor criminal organization. Man, oh man, I miss running this campaign. This campaign was so much fun. But yeah, this is Isdar. Now, let's see here. Did I put together? I don't think I did. I may have put together a character sheet for him. I'm fairly certain I didn't, which means I'll just do the standard setup I've got for him. Easdar. No, I did not. Okay. Oh well. Oh well. Alright, that's fine. So once again, strength is his downfall because he's literally a kobold. 2, 0, 1, 1, 2. Condition immunities. Fire and cold resistance. And so different kobold broodmothers, if you kill them, their children will develop different color palettes. So it's possible you could get, any of the colors of the rainbow. The kobolds, their scales could develop different color palettes depending on where they were nurtured, who their broodmother was, all that kind of stuff. This one happens to be, blue. Male kobold criminal, leader of the Cobalt Kobolds. AC would be, let's see, he's a roguish type, so I'll give him 12. Actually, yes, yeah, no. Ooh, no, that would be 14, wouldn't it? No, 13. Yeah. Something like that. Let me see here. What was it previously for some others? That's right. The default of a Gambeson is 12. Okay. So yeah, 14. Because this guy's got a +2. Okay. Senses, none. No, that's not true. Dark vision. At 60 feet. Knows common and draconic. Because kobolds can speak draconic. The orphan. The orphan of a murdered kobold brood mother. Orphaned, yeah, not the orphaned. Orphaned by. Oh, not bold, please. There we go. Orphaned by a group of adventurers in adolescence. He and his brood developed a sickly blue palette. No, pigment. Signifying this injustice. Forming a roaming band of a roaming band of criminals from many of his brood mates. Not, yeah. As the owner of wonderful. Okay. Parker's Row. Okay. We're gonna need to cut down on someone else's description here. Let's go for Dov. Sorry, Brandon. No. There we go. That'll work. A faithful and loyal servant of Tyr, uncommon in his species. That works better for Dov. Satyrs tend to give patronage to, gods of revelry, or partying and stuff like that. Okay, so we've got him. New page. Yay, new page. New page. What everybody wants. New page. Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna have to do this then. I'm glad I caught that. Okay. I believe Izdar's speed is actually 20. Because he's small. He's small, but he's, like he's a kobold, but kobolds aren't particularly fast. Very short legs for their bodies. And then description, we leave blank. We copy and we paste. Okay. Okay, sorry. Just really had to go ahead and nail all that down. Okay. So, other than Easdar, we have a member of Prime Company to go ahead and grab, named Elaric Kasheko, the female wood elf. The female wood elf ranger. Who I did not put together a character sheet for. Dang. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I did put together some art for her. Elaric Kasheko is... Where is she? Where is she? Oh, did I not upload? I could have sworn I uploaded the Prime Company. Did I not upload the Prime Company? I uploaded a lot of stuff, including some cool, like, custom stuff, like this cool Batman thing I did. Let's see. Man, did I really not upload Prime Company? That sucks. Man, how did I not upload Prime Company? Prime Company are cool, man. They were a whole lot of fun to make. Well, let's go ahead and upload them. Yeah, there we go. There's all of them. Look at this, another cobalt kobold. Ooh. Ooh, and he's got a really cool looking armor. I'm very, very happy with the armor. Very, very happy with the way the armor came out. Super cool stuff. And this is them as a party. Okay. Wonderful. So this is Elaric. Kashkeo, not Kasheko. Elaric Kashkeo. Kashkeo. I need to remember that. Kashkeo. The female wood elf ranger. Member of Prime Company. Her AC, let me go ahead and pull up Ranger stats. Ranger stats. No, that's not what I want. I want just the standard D&D Beyond thing. And then I'll also bring up Ranger PF2E for comparison. Okay, medium armor, which I believe corresponds, right? Light, medium, and shields. Wonderful. Light, medium, and shields. She's not wearing scale here. She's wearing leather, so I'll go ahead and give her some leather armor. Oh no, I closed it out. There we go. Are we back? Oh, tell me we're back. We are so back. We're so back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes, of course. I gotta go like this. And then go ahead and copy in. So we're on 37. Or, well, the previous page was 37. Awesome. Make sure to copy that once again. Armor class, her armor class will be 13, 20, 25. And then what are the suggestions here? The suggestions for... suggestions for the breakdown of everything. Okay, well, thank you for not giving me what I'm looking for. And over here. Apologies, I am really... Whoa, hey, hello. That's not what I'm looking for. Not looking for sources on that. I mean, I've got the book on hand. I could go ahead and just pull up the... I could just pick up my massive 600-page Pathfinder book and look for it there. Page 166, huh? Oh, here, that's what I'm looking for. Your key ability, either strength or dex. Okay. Well, looking at her, she is definitely more of a strength more of a dex ranger than a strength ranger. You know, she's not using several hundred pound, well, not several hundred. She's not using 150-pound English war bows or anything. Definitely definitely more of a dex ranger. Definitely more of a dex ranger. 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, and then her, I guess her charisma would be 8. Yeah. Hit points 20. Okay, conditional immunities. She is a wood elf, so... What about wood elves? Wood elves, not elves. Elves. Other than the default stuff we already know, okay? Other than the default stuff we already know. Elf as an ancestry. Okay, dexterity and intelligence boosts, and then over here you get a dexterity boost. So here's what it's going to be for her, because we're being hyper specific, and she is a specifically important character. 13, 16, which would be a plus 4, right? Okay, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, plus 4. 2, 1. Actually, we're gonna go like this. There we go. There we go. Yeah, still got a dumb stat. Still got charisma as a dumb stat, but that's what it is. Cannot be magically put to sleep, which I've already written down for someone else, haven't I? Enchanted and magical sleep, yes. Common and Elven, and then descriptor. Leader of the Prime Company. Oh yeah, we can go ahead and scroll down one. What am I doing? What am I doing? What did I what did I do there? Okay. Leader of the Prime Company, a Noctis city-based mercenary and adventuring troupe, Alaric commands respect from her peers, not through shows of force, nor call to rank, nor rather through experience and mutual, or rather through experience and camaraderie. Is that how it's spelled? Camaraderie? Yeah, camaraderie. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. That's more or less all we need to write down for Alaric. Kashkeo. I need to remember it's Kashkeo, not Kasheko. I messed that up in conversation with basically everyone that I've ever spoken to these characters about. So I need to remind myself it's Kashkeo. Okay. Wonderful. We've got Alaric, and then just double checking all my notes. No other E names, I don't think. I hope not. Let's see. No. 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 Come on. Any other E names? Any other E names for characters, please. Any other E names for characters? There's got to be something. There has got to be something. Any other E names for characters that I'm missing? Ah, look, another D name. Another D name, which means Easdar shows up down here. Okay, that's very helpful. I did miss that D name earlier. Okay, well, then that means we get to do this. First. We go like this. And then like this. Okay, Professor, Noctis City University. Okay. Now, Dugba is... Oh, come on. Give me something other than the fact that Dugba is he. Give me something else. I had basically a 50-50 chance of guessing that. Come on, give me something else. Give me something useful. Really nothing. Okay. Well then. Let's see, did I leave anything? Was this a name from fantasy name generators? I really hope not. Really hope this is not one of the names I took from fantasy name generators, only because it would be weird that I did. Let's see. Any names? Dugba sounds like either gnomish or halfling. Gnomish names. Anything down here? No, look at that. None of it. Okay. Well. I'm going to assume... Yeah, I'm going to assume gnomish. There we go. Founder of the School of Evocation at NCU. His armor class would be... Oh, where's the mage armor bit? Because it would be the same. Actually, we're going to go like this. No, we'll leave it at 13. We'll leave it at 13. Okay. 15, 14, 13. No, we'll have con as a +1. His strength will be an 8. Once again, strength is a dump stat. Look at me. It's like it's a weird pattern that I don't really think about until it happens. Strength as a dump stat. Let's see. Okay, conditional immunities. What are some immunities for elves? Or, sorry, for gnomes. Dark vision, 60 feet. Wonderful. That'll be helpful later. Because down here we have... It's not a deep gnome. Which means it would have to be a rock gnome, correct? Okay, anything specific? Nothing hyper-specific. No, we got dark vision. Okay, so no immunities. That's fine. That's helpful. That's very helpful. No immunities. Senses, dark vision. 60 feet. Common. No, we'll do common and gnomish. We'll just leave it at common and gnomish. Makes a whole lot more sense that way. Okay, any other D names that I'm missing? Just to make things a little bit easier, please. Please. Diakonos is a position, not a name. I mean, I guess it could be a name, but it's a weird name to choose. That would be like naming... That'd be like giving your child the first name of priest or pastor. Diakonos just doesn't work. Vito and Mirabella, no. Nope. And... oh, here's a fun name. Unguibus. Unguibus. Very fun name. Unguibus. Say it 5 times fast. I dare you. Doxalaconia. No, that's a people group. Come on. Looks like it's a no. Yep, that's a no. Okay, no other D names, and we're super sure this time. Super sure. Okay. Okay, well, you know, helpful at the very least. Professor Dugba Noble. Yeah. Okay, so a description for Professor Noble. Gnoble, which is why I'm fairly certain I originally made Dugba to be a gnome. kind of shows up in the name, you know? A little bit. Hmm. Let's see. Each establishing arcane schools as twin teachings at Noctis City University. Okay, let's hope that doesn't take up an absurd amount of... Yes! Yay! It doesn't take up an absurd amount of space. I'm very happy about that. Very happy about that, that it's still all on one page and doesn't bleed off into the next. Ugh. I hate when that happens. It genuinely bothers me. It shouldn't, but it does. Okay, Alaric. Leader of the Prime Company, a Noctis City-based mercenary and adventuring troupe, Alaric commands respect from her peers not through shows of force nor call to rank, but rather through experience and camaraderie. Alongside her companions. Okay, well that's all of the D names, and there's no more E names. I do not believe there's an F name. None on that list, none in this book. And just to be sure with the NPCs, and none there. Okay. But there are some G names. There are some G names, not in this book, but we do have at least one G name. Oh yes, in this book, of course, Glop. Glop. Oh man. And it's an earlier G name than the other G name I was gonna pull, which is Guido something or other from Redgrove. Would it be Guido Redgrove? I don't think it'd be Guido Redgrove. It would be Guido... Yeah, no, Guido Redgrove. Oh, Guido. We love Guido. We love Guido. Okay. Anyway, we first need Glop. Because GL is before GU. Glop. Okay, his AC is 14, which would be I don't even no, it's not a he's not wearing a Gambus and yeah, his AC's 14, his no, actually 12, sorry. His HP will leave as standard. Dex is his first. His intelligence, however, is his dump stat. He's wise, but you know, not the smartest man in the world. Not the smartest goblin in the burrow. I don't know if that, you know, works as an analogy. I can't really say so myself, but who knows? Man, sometimes I forget that it's really helpful to drink anything. I've had a lot of water today. I oftentimes will show up on stream not drinking water. I have a thing of water at all times next to me. It's empty right now, but that's because I've refilled it 3 times today. But no, I've gotten a couple of comments from some people asking, you know, do you ever drink water? Because we only ever see you either drinking Dr. Peppers out of this thing, or you know, some soda out of a fast food cup or something. Yeah, no, I drink plenty of water. I like to have soda. I do not drink coffee and I do not drink alcohol. I prefer soda to both of those. Not even for caffeine content or anything. It just tastes good, you know? It just tastes good. Soda is just a nice flavor. Most sodas, well, most sodas that aren't, you know, diet or you know, calorie-free sodas or whatever. Or, sorry, sugar-free sodas, not calorie-free. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay, we've got Glop. We've got a couple of guys here. We've got another G name that I forgot, and I'm glad I remembered. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Let's see. Goblin. What do you have on goblins as character classes? Okay, but give me... Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, you're not going to tell me? Screw you. Screw you. Okay. Did I create a piece of character art for Glop? I believe I did. Oh, man. Okay. Which one is which? Okay, yes, this is Glop. Had to make sure. This is Glop. And this is his brother, Plop. Don't you love him? Glop and Plop, ladies and gentlemen. Glop and Plop. Oh, they're perfect. They are perfect. Everybody loves Glop and Plop. Everybody loves Glop and Plop. Okay, so this is Glop, just for reference. So, Glop. Yeah, I need Goblin 5e. Here we go, please. Creature type, size, speed, dark vision, 60 feet, Fey ancestry. Enchantment, wonderful. Goblins reach adulthood at the age of 8. That is not a sentence I wanted. Not a sentence I like hearing. But it's an important sentence nonetheless. Adventures with Muck, Dankwood. Just making sure, other than dark vision and resistance to enchantment. Nah, plane shifting. I'm not going with plane shifting stuff. And then the goblin. Give me something important here. Wow, okay, just... That's fine. Dark vision. If it... I did it again. Every time. Every time. Okay. All the way down here. Here we go. Glop. That's funny. Just glop. Common and Goblin. Goblin is not, you know, technically a language by most of the... Yeah, see, it's not a language there, and then in here... So, I mean, it is a language in, you know... Do you have an image for what that language looks like? No, you just got names. Beautiful. Okay. Page 65. Okay, I really do need to go ahead and get my my Pathfinder book, because they're not going to give me all of the information I need here on Nethys. Do you guys see how thick this book is? Let me pull up the full cam. Here's the book. Look at how thick this rule book is. That's a very thick rule book. This is not the remaster. This is not the remaster. I got this and like days before the remaster was announced, actually. Which is, you know, wonderful to hear. This is not the remaster, but I can still find what I'm looking for. I'm sure. Give me just a second here. Wonderful, here it is. Okay. Now, what does the goblin script look like? Oh, okay. It doesn't show me what the goblin script looks like. It just says that there is one. I might have to create one. Wouldn't be the first time. Would not be the first time. It's not the end of the world. I just, just need to make sure. Just need to make sure. Okay. Wonderful. I'll just keep this next to me. Just for the time being. A small-time outfit often... Okay, one half of a pair of goblin twins, Glop and his brother Plop, are notorious members of the Leatherworkers gang. A small-time outfit often taking on for the larger criminal organizations in Noctis City. Okay, wonderful. Kind of all we need to know about him and his brother right now. We'll go back to Plop and we'll basically say the same thing. Plop is the... Oh, that'll be funny. I'll have both Plop and Glop claimed to be the tall one. That'll be good. That'll be good. See, this is the kind of stuff you just think about in the moment. I would not have thought about doing that if I was just writing all this on my own without, streaming it as well. Having to keep it entertaining for some people. Which seems to have, kind of a little bit been the case at some point today. At certain points throughout the day. Okay. I don't need any of those right now. I'll just use them as a bookmarker. Lots of knocking things around. Apologies. All right. Really just trying to sit comfortably right now. It's a very comfortable chair. I'm just trying to figure out where to best put the mic so that I can still be nice and comfortable in this whole setup here. Oh man. I think it's glasses off time, ladies and gentlemen. I think 2 hours in, we can probably take the glasses off. I'm a little bit tired of wearing them. And look at that. In 5 minutes, it will no longer be my birthday. Look at that. In 5 minutes, I will officially have been 23 for a whole day. Okay, so we got Glop. Now we need Captain Gordon Jameson. Who could that be? Okay, male human. Uh, Guard captain of the North Point Citadel. Okay, his AC. He wears. Okay, the art I have for him, he's wearing plate armor, but the armor he wears is. Did I actually upload an image of him? I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. No. No! I didn't. I did not. Oh no. Well, I can do that very, very easily. Yeah, just triple checking, because his outfit is different than the regular city guards. He's the knight captain, and the city guards in their knight uniforms look different. They're very different people. Well, not you know, not necessarily what I meant. They've got a very different culture. There we go. There's the knight captain. Of the North Point Citadel, which is not in the North End territory. North Point is on Uptown Island, which has a bridge that connects to the North End territory. It's neither here nor there. The important thing, this is what Captain Gordon Jameson looks like. Wonder who I could possibly be talking about. I wonder. Interestingly enough, well, for me, I believe both of the guard captains that I've designed so far are both gingers. Yeah, I mean, kind of here. This is Venel Haltu. This is Captain Haltu, who's basically the guard captain during the day at North Point Citadel. That's him. But yeah, the outfits for the day guard and the night guard are very different outfits. Very different outfits. But yeah, so while the image makes him look like he's wearing plate armor, that's not actually plate. It's just the pauldrons that he's got on that make it look like plate armor, which, here we go. We can zoom in. Oh, I can see a little bit of the downscaling that's gone on here. There's some of the weird spots on this outfit. Doesn't look like that in the actual PDF. Or not the PDF, the actual Photoshop file. You know, they've got a couple of weird spots here and there. It's fine. It's whatever. I get it. But this is actually chainmail that he's wearing underneath his outfit here. So he's wearing a chain shirt. These are just pauldrons that he's wearing. But yeah, it's not plate mail. It's mostly chainmail. So I'll just pick up the stats for chainmail. I'll go here, and then really? Please get... Wow. I really do not like D&D Beyond as a website. Chain shirt. There we go. Look at that. You found the thing I'm looking for. Wow. You actually did it. Thank you, Archives of Nethys. Thank you, Pathfinder 2e, for being a better game. It even gives you, if I wanted to pull up the book, it even shows me right in the book where I'd find it. Look at that. Truly wild. Okay, all I needed to know was the AC bonus. It's a +2 AC bonus with a +3 dex cap. Okay. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. It's so simple. Okay. Which makes his AC 15. 20 and 25 feet. Let's see here. Actually, it means it's 14 because he can only have a +2 there. So he's first. 15. Sorry, no, 13 is what I meant. 15, 14, 13, 12. His charisma is going to be dropped because, well, he works the night shift. He works the night shift. He's not the most personable individual. He works the night shift as a guard captain in Noctis City. Not the most personable individual. Condition immunity is none, because he's human. Sense is nothing special. He knows common, and that's it. He knows common. Description. Up the night shift. Let's see, taking up the night shift at the North Point Citadel. Taking up the night shift at the North Point Citadel. Gordon. Holds. Oh man, it is getting very late. My brain is starting to leave. my brain and my words are beginning to leave me. I do not like being up past midnight if I can help it. It's really helpful to have my own sleep, to, you know, have a regimented sleep schedule. Oh, but it's kind of important. I need to do this. You know, we've got 40 minutes left. I can do this. Not the end of the world. I do have some Dr. Pepper. I can stay awake. Hopefully not stay wired, though. I'd like to not stay wired if I can. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. We'll give him that basic description there. And we'll go ahead and switch this to guard Captain Gordon Jameson. There we go. So it's one line instead of two. I really like that. Okay. And then we also have one more individual. Guido Redgrove, who is a male halfling vintner. I believe, yeah. The owner of Redgrove Vineyard, the finest vineyard in this in the city. My voice gave out at the very last bit. It is getting very late. Oh boy. So he is a halfling. Just because I want to make sure I'm not, I'm not missing anything here, I'm going to pull up the stats. So for both, nothing hyper specific there. And what about here? What benefits do you have other than luck? Other than luck. That's not I'm not putting that down. Not putting that down. Okay. Yo. Fox Warrior Gaming. Fox Warrior Gaming. Thank you very much. Thank you. I happen to think it's a very W stream, but it's been a couple hours. It's very late at night. I could see it. I could see it going either way. But thank you very much. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. You're welcome here anytime. Always good to interact with other streamers here. All right. So nothing super specific in terms of this stuff. I'm not putting down, luck or anything, because luck is a very broken stat. Super broken stat, but, well, not stat, super broken ability. So I'm gonna, not worry about that. The Lightfoots, the Stouts. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Resistance to poison. That's good. That's good. He would be stout rather than Lightfoot because, the stouts sort of... I mean, it's not a 5e. It's not a 5e game. Not a 5e game. It's a generic thing. But if he were to be one or the other, he would likely be stout, if only because, he runs a vineyard. He needs to, be able to not be poisoned very easily. Okay. So, condition immunities. Oh, that's right, I didn't change these. 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, and -1. Okay. Charisma will be his highest. He does own a business, of course. 15... 14. Actually, no. Dexterity is going to be his dump stat. He's small, but again, he's stout. So that'll be his 8. Okay. Okay, so 0, -1, 1, 1, 2, and 2. Okay. Condition immunities, resistance. Yeah, poison resistance. And he can't be, and he cannot get drunk. Senses, none. And then common and halfling. Wonderful. As a description, oh yeah, his armor class, not default. He doesn't wear armor. He he's not an adventuring type. He's not a combative NPC. Generally, I mean, I guess if you really wanted to, you could try and kill him. But he's not like a bad guy. He's a dude. He's just a guy. Please, if any of you out there end up playing this when it's fully released, for the love of God, please do not assassinate regular dudes just existing. All right, so for his description, Mirabella. Meads, ales, and what else? It was also... Oh, it was way down here again, wasn't it? Not way down here, but you know. Meads, ales, and honey wines. Okay, almost 2 lines. I really hope that's not too much. Ooh, I really hope that's not too much. Ooh, just barely. Just barely. Whoever's... Ooh, man. Okay, whoever I write next is gonna really need to be a brief description. That was all of the G's. So there's some H's. Yes, there's some H's I need to write about. Kadash and Haley, as well as... Oh no, no one over there. But who else here? I've got anyone in Prime Company? I don't think so. No. Excuse me. Yeah, I won't be coming back to Prime Company until we get to the letter N. Twice. Back to back, it looks like, depending. Okay. Yeah. H, and then I do have someone in I, and then several J's. Okay. Wonderful. Let's go to the H's then. Now to make sure, do I have any H's here? Because I've got a couple of H's that I've made some art for as NPCs. One of them, Hadash Dunel, was the let me go ahead and pull up the image, please. Where is it? I know I put it here somewhere, didn't I? Ah, yes, there is one more. There is one more, the Gatekeeper. Not much is known about the Gatekeeper, but it is technically an NPC. I'm trying to think. Do I put the Gatekeeper down as... You know... No. The Gatekeeper isn't technically a citizen of Noctis City. The Gatekeeper is more of a cosmic entity that exists. I'll get into that at some other time entirely. You know? I'll get into that some other time completely. Oh no. Oh no, you know what? There's one very important name I forgot to put in the A's. Who do you think this is? Wild guess. Wild guess. Who is this? Random guess. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Alfred. This is Alfred. As in, you know, housemaster to housemaster of Castle Wynn. Alfred. Cannot believe I forgot him. I have to go all the way back up to A's to go ahead and slap his name in. Oh boy, okay. This will be interesting. Oh boy, okay. And we're going to need to be very specific with how we switch around some characters here. AC 20, hit points 20, speed 25, 15, 14, 13, 12. His con is dump stat because he is elderly. No, that's 0, 1, -1. There we go. 2, 2, and 1. Condition immunities. None. Senses, none. There's common and unknown extra. Description. Oh boy. Okay, so we got to reformat all of these now. Okay, that works. And then we have to put you in here. Which means we have to go ahead and mess with Baroost's background again. Co-founder and progenitor of Marmalade and Mead's mundane magic. I really don't want to have to modify Belial's text box again, because there's really not much to say. Not much left to pull out of there. So what about Professor Barnett? Masterful in magecraft. Began his career as a warcaster, specializing in defensive magic. Come on, man. It's yours and Belial's. Those are the ones I need to modify. The ones I can modify, yet still. Man, okay, this is going to be the rest of the stream. The rest of the stream is going to be me fixing this formatting because I really messed up. This one simple trick. Okay, that gets across the exact same idea, and the formatting is fixed, which is all I needed. Brorsach Bluntmol. There's really not much left I can pull away from Bruce's, so I can't really pull more from Brorsach, so it'll have to be Carmentino that gets the brunt of the change. Now we're getting back into things we did today. Ugh, I don't like having to go back and do this. Okay, what else can I reword for Bruce's? Following the tragic loss of his parents at a young age, Bruce traveled the realm under the watchful eye of his ever faithful housemaster. Instructed by many masters. Bruce returned to Noctis at 25, prepared to take his right. Okay. Okay, that works. That works. And then we move Professor Dugba to the next page. Which is fine. There we go. Okay, and the period better not. There we go. Wonderful. Oh, oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Okay, because then I can go like this. Oh, wonderful. Beautiful. Okay. 37. That would be 38. This down here is 39. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay, and up to 6 per page. That is doable. That is very doable. Gotta always have one. Always gotta have one for bonus, of course. But this is very helpful in, you know, all the formatting we have and what space we do and do not have as extra. Okay, so we've got the G's down. Yes, Glop, Guard Captain Gordon Jameson, and Guido Redgrove. Of course, the H's. That's what we were looking for. All of the H names. The High Court of Noctis. Hayden Gray. The Hayden Gray School of Divination. Okay. We'll need to... Let me go ahead and write this down. Once again, the High Lords of Noctis, the High Septet of Prime Arbiters. Hit points, hit points, hit points, hit points. Okay. Hayden Gray. Professor Hayden Gray. Noctis City University. Okay. That was the missing H name. Wonderful. I think I figured out the way to go ahead and quickly search all the different names. Very helpful. Very helpful. His AC was more or less the same as Professor Noble's. Once again, strength is a dump stat. These are wizards after all. 2, 0, 2, 1, 1. Okay. Condition immunities. Enchanted. Basically, that's it. Senses, none, because he's human. Common, and unknown as his second language. He's a wizard. He would definitely know another language. He's smart enough to. I just don't know what that other language is going to be. This will be the last one we do, certainly, because we've only got about 5 minutes left in the stream, and it is 12:30 in the morning. I'm officially no longer. It's officially no longer my birthday. I've officially been 23 for more than a day. Okay. Professor Hayden Gray. Okay, consistently controversial inclusion in the city-state's collegiate collective. Hayden Gray founded the School of Divination merely a century ago, after generations of infighting between the arcane and religious schools of magic. While not as largely detested as necromantic magic, students of the School of Divination fight an uphill battle to be seen as anything more than soothsayers, fortune-tellers, and worst of all, diabolist disciples. No matter how helpful or harmful their secret knowledge may be, the school remains a black sheep of the university. Okay, that's very helpful. A century later, for institutional legitimacy. That'll be enough. That'll be enough. He was a controversial figure whose biggest contribution was he did establish this, but he fought for a very long time to do so. Most of the bulk of describing the School of Divination is done in its own little text box, which is perfectly fine. Doesn't need to be down here. And this gives enough leeway for why was he a controversial figure? why is divination seen as a bit more of a controversial form of magic? What's going on there? You know, what kind of intrigue can a GM go ahead and pull from this to influence their own game? You know, at a certain time of night, soda does stop tasting like soda. I don't mean that it's flat. It has not gone flat. It just... I don't know. I'm drinking it because I'd like to get rid of it before I go to bed. I'd rather it not go flat. But it kind of just loses its impact super, super late in the day. Okay, we got him down. I think that's all we're gonna handle for today. It really does look like all we've got the time for. Also, this is page 39. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this down here. Wonderful. Okay, we are 39 pages in, which is great. Really, really, really good. We're making some solid progress today. If I didn't have to, you know, go and reformat everything. Makes me feel terrible. But I think I figured out a great system for going and searching for bolded names that start with H. I think I figured it out. Okay, wonderful. Anyway, that is officially all of the time I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. It has been a ton of fun. It's been a great birthday stream, you know? I didn't have too much of a plan other than I want to let people know that it's my birthday, and of course, I want to get more of this book done. I don't know how intriguing it is for everybody. In terms of the VODs I've uploaded, it gets significantly fewer views. These VODs, they get significantly fewer views than, you know, any of the gaming stuff, especially the Minecraft stuff, which I will have to get back onto. I just need, you know, I need a goal. I need to be inspired to do that. I can get very repetitive in my work for that. I'm not at all, you know, throwing it away or anything. I need to have clear goals in mind, and I don't have those right now for that server. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I really enjoy writing this book. When this book is finished, I can, you know, release it to everybody else. Everybody else can have the opportunity to enjoy the book, which is really what I want. I want you guys to enjoy it. It will be a product that is sold because I'm putting a ton of time into this, and this book will end up being a massive book. Well, massive for someone who doesn't write books. A massive book. So, you know, it's going. It's going. It will be a sold product, but it will be sold reasonably, very fairly. Likely a digital only product. I would love to get it printed, but if it's printed, then the price is driven up because printing costs are terrible right now. Well, in general, printing costs have gone up over year after year, but they're really bad right now. So, you know, that's a problem for another time. Right now, I need to focus on finishing a complete first draft of this that I can go in and rework and edit and, you know, fix things here and there, all that kind of stuff. This is a long project, but I really do enjoy working on it. So, of course, I'm going to keep working on it. But yeah, like I've previously said, thank you guys so much for watching. If at any point you jumped out of the stream and just jump back in, or maybe you joined us late or whatever it happens to be, if you would like to go and watch the full stream, you can do so on my VOD channel, youtube.com/@CN_games. It's my second channel, my primary channel there. youtube.com/@ChristianNisus is spelled the same exact way as this Kick channel if you're watching live. But if you, of course, are watching on the VOD, you would already know this because everything is linked in the description. This Kick channel, my YouTube channels, please subscribe and follow, and all of the stuff. You know, the normal drill. It's very helpful. It shows the algorithm that you enjoy the kind of content I make and would like to promote me making more of it. You can also go ahead and support me in a variety of other ways if you check the description of any of the stream VODs. It's entirely voluntary. I will never, sit here and beg for you to please, I beg of you, please give me the monies. I need the monies. What it really is it's a show that you guys appreciate the work that I put into these things, whether it's any of my scripted content on my main channel for documentaries and video essays, or it's the live content. If you feel inclined to do so, please go ahead and donate. The help that it gives me is it simply shows me what you guys enjoy and what I should be making more of. For instance, the view count on the Minecraft streams is doing a lot better for the VODs. The Minecraft VODs are doing a lot better than, this kind of stuff. I love doing this stuff, but at the end of the day, if you guys say you want more of the Minecraft stuff, I'm going to make more of the Minecraft stuff because I would like to be successful at this. And that's kind of how it works. Anyway, useless back-end stuff, not particularly important to the current conversation. The last thing I really have to say, and it's the same thing I always do, is I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. An earlier bat time than we started today, but I don't know how much earlier. So, approximately the regular bat time that we do these things, but definitely the same bat channel. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your days. Hopefully you're not watching live, but if you are, please get some sleep, because I'm about to. And, yeah, I'll see you guys then.